And do a seafood stew. It's very, very delicious. What we start out with is, I have 3 tablespoons of butter. I will put 1 teaspoon of minced ginger. And then I have 1 teaspoon of Old Bay. I'll get out of there. There's the Old Bay. Let's get that all blended together for the seafood stew. It's a fast, simple, and delicious recipe. I love all my recipes to be fast and delicious. Okay, so then let's get all that together. I'm going to turn this down a bit. And I will use I think it's a half a teaspoon of Tabasco sauce. Okay, come on. You might put a little bit more in if you like a little bit more of a bite to it. And then 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. 1, 2, 3, there's that. That's all in this dish for right now. Let's get all that together so it's well blended before I put my vegetables in. I'm going to let this simmer for just a moment so I can explain what's going to be in the stew. I've got a cup each of the baby red potatoes and white potatoes, a cup of baby carrots, everything's diced. 2 Roma tomatoes. I believe that's like about a cup of diced tomatoes. I have a cup of 1 onion, and I cut that in half and then quarter it, and then half a cup of diced celery. Am I going really fast here? Okay, so that's what's all in here. And what I'm going to do is put all these vegetables. Look at how good the color. I'm going to get everything coated really good with the butter and all the seasonings. Get it coated very good. Oh, and there's one other thing I forgot. Portobello mushrooms. Oh, how could I pass up the mushrooms? I like the portobello mushrooms. They're very meaty tasting, so as you can see, I've got that diced as well. I like to have this stew, everything like bite-sized pieces. And it looks like I've got this coated very good. All right, our 5 minutes is up. This has just been steaming in butter. When I get all the juices of the butter, I did throw in 2 bay leaves to get that flavor. Look how pretty that looks. Smells good too. The goodness of just plain old butter and vegetables. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is pour in, let's see, I'm just going to do a half a cup of chicken broth. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Let's check our vegetables. The gravy looks nice. Look how pretty that color looks. So let's see. Ooh, yes, just perfect. Everything looks and smells delicious. So what I'll do next is, this is optional, a cup of dry white wine. Love wine in a lot of my stews. Smells great. Let's just get that mixed well. Look how pretty that looks. All those beautiful colors. Okay, I'm going to take a little taste at this point. See if I need to add anything. Where is my spoon? Okay. Sometimes I'm great at burning myself. So, try and be careful on this one. Oh, that is really very good base. Okay, so what we're going to do next, I am going to put in I'm going to use the Philadelphia salmon cream cheese, and only half of this, so about 4 ounces. There's my knife. Here we go. So half a tub of Philadelphia cream cheese right into the vegetables, and it's delicious broth. Got to make sure that broth is just right before adding the next important ingredient. If you want to use a little more cream cheese, feel free to. I think this is a very good base because you want it kind of thick. I'm going to take out my bay leaves. I just had 2 in there. And I'm going to stir this until it's all blended and creamy. Alright, everything's well blended. I want to taste my base. What a delicious base that is. The ginger, it's amazing between the ginger and the Tabasco sauce. It just gives it just the right amount of bite. I think everyone will be really pleased with this. I'm hoping that either this one or my next, my only one more recipe left, and what I'm going to prepare for the dessert, my very last recipe between these two. I'll tell you, if I don't get this, I don't know what I am doing or not doing. But anyway, I'm just love creating new dishes, and I think food really can touch the soul of a person. And anyhow, enough of that. I'm going to put my half a cup of cream. Look at that. Yep, there's the cream. And I'm going to blend this in together. And before I stir in the salmon, oh, let me just show you what I've got right over here. I have, you can use whatever kind of seafood. I chose today 1½ cups of chopped up shrimp, 1 cup of lump crab meat, and then I've got, that's about a 1/4 cup of salmon. And these will be the 3 seafood dishes that I'll use. A lot of times clams is really good in this one. I did not use clam today. I just wanted to show the versatility with this particular dish. Clams is really good in this dish. So what I'm going to do is let this simmer. Look at how nice and thick and rich that base looks. Doesn't that look yummy? I'm going to cover this, and nope, I'm not going to cover it. I'm just going to let this cook for about another 10 minutes. Here we are, 10 minutes, nice and thick. Now we're ready to put in the delicious seafood. There's some shrimp. There's some lump crab meat. And just a little bit of salmon. Okay, we're going to stir this delicious stew. And I'm going to let this sit for another 10 minutes. So there it is, a total of 35 minutes to make this. Put a little bit of sea salt and a little bit of crushed pepper. And we are ready to go. Hello again. I've decided to add the other 4 ounces of the cream cheese. You can never use too much of Philadelphia cream cheese. I decided that, it's just, look at how creamy. Why do we want to skimp on delicious cream cheese? So I've added the other 4 ounces, put in a few more little shakes of Tabasco sauce just to give it a little bite. And now we are good to go. So here we have it. Camera woman. Right there. This is the seafood stew.